Good morning, family.
Good
Just
morning.
Good morning, waiting on brother Clack to tap in. As you can see, we coming on. Oh, happy Jive Turkey Day to Anna from the DC. Meat Freak all the way from Platanca, Florida. Happy Jive Turkey Day, family. And thank y'all for tapping in. Let me get this.
Happy Jive Turkey Day.
Yeah. I see you done loaded me up with a bunch of stuff, Clack.
Them just pictures, but I'm trying to.
Let me get my share game on. Time for me to get the share game on, No, that ain't the one.
I can't really. Let me see if I'm looking for the video that I had.
Let me share this. Man. Good morning, Nancy Adams. Thanks for bumping in with us. I had to come on for the family. Still give y'all a little something. All the people not here. Winters is somewhere destroying a kitchen for Thanksgiving. This is her first time cooking. So, we're going to pray for her family that she's cooking for the first time in 30 years, a Thanksgiving dinner. Sonia, happy Jive Turkey Day to you too. You back on camera yet, Clark?
Not yet. I'm trying to find this video that I had. I don't know what I did with it.
Yeah, Clark got a treat for y'all today. Then we're going to get a little later on. Hey, happy Jive Turkey Day to you too, Melissa Z. One that Winters over there helping share.
Please do, everybody.
Share, like, subscribe.
What I did with this.
Huh?
I don't know what I did with the video that I wanted to see. I wanted to show.
Good morning.
I'm telling y'all, hold on.
Let me finish getting my share on. Give us a second, family. We just getting the share on.
Yeah,
everybody that's in the kitchen. I see.
Wait a minute. It was a little TikTok.
Trevor Berry Hill, Jive Turkey Day to you too. And then tell the wife we said good morning back at her. Trevor said the wife said hi.
Tell her I said, Trevor, good morning. Tell everybody I said hello, man.
Trevor's actually up today early. This is on a day off.
Trevor don't normally wake up till.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Doomas. Good morning, Mama Quill.
Okay.
We almost up there. We almost Clock getting some stuff. Gutter Black, good morning to you, and happy Jive Turkey Day to everybody that's in the chat. We just over here sharing. Clock getting this presentation together. And is Gina out there bump with us this morning, Gina? I'm still trying to get all my share game up. You almost there with it, brother Clack. As y'all can see, I'm on the background putting this together. Let me see who up this morning with us. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm finna give y'all a little treat what Clack had gave me to play.
Okay, I'm back.
Go ahead, brother. I was just finna play your whistle now.
Okay, so which one do you want to start with? The history of Thanksgiving?
Clack turn on and like, look at what's the one you just sent me? We could do that.
Well, since it's Thanksgiving, let's start with, if we can.
The video, the first one you sent me.
The first video, yeah.
I got you. I'm finna bring
Not
this
the one
up.
I just sent. The first video.
This one, right? I got you, brother Clark. I'm finna mute my.
How many people we got on?
We got 23 right now. I gotta share. When did you do some sharing for us? I think them all the people from the YouTube who I sent it to.
All right, so Again, good
Give us
morning,
the
everybody.
backdrop of what we finna play.
Good morning, everybody. What we got? I got 2 videos and some slides that I wanted to show everybody because we are celebrating the holiday today. I don't want to get into some of my personal beliefs or anything because I'm upstairs making turkey my dinner right now. But we all know that the United States or the America has some dark history, some dark secrets, and this history behind Thanksgiving uh, is one of those secrets that I would like to get out to everybody. So this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with our history as far as Black people goes, but this is the history of the real history behind Thanksgiving as far as the holiday itself goes. The real reason why we celebrate Thanksgiving. It's not just necessarily about the pilgrims and the Native Americans were running around eating turkey, singing kumbaya or anything like that. So even though that's what they feed us, this is what we want to know is the real reason why we gather on this day. So if you can go ahead and cue that up, Mickey, and play that real quick.
Gotcha. Let me mute my phone.
Let me turn my...
Facts Verse presents the disturbing truth about Thanksgiving that you never learned in history class. Most people love Thanksgiving. It's a time for families to get together and celebrate the holiday together. Most people will cook a turkey, sweet potatoes, green beans, plenty of delicious pies, especially that pumpkin pie. Good stuff. Well, the reason that we're told that we celebrate Thanksgiving is that we are commemorating the meal between the Pilgrims and the Native Americans. Well, over the years, the holiday has gone from a celebration of this union to a celebration of watching football with the family and having fun. Every kid in school learns about the first Thanksgiving in class. We've been taught that in 1621, the first Thanksgiving took place. The Pilgrim Fathers gathered together to celebrate the first harvest in the newly settled land of Plymouth Country, which is now known as Massachusetts. The settlers decided to invite the Native Americans to the celebration to thank them for their help. They also wanted to make the Native Americans feel welcome. On the first Thanksgiving, they sat down for turkey, sweet potatoes, and pie. It sounds like a delightful story, right? But unfortunately, it's not all true. There are some disturbing truths about Thanksgiving that you probably did not learn in class. Squanto is a famous Tisquantum, and he had a lot to do with that first Thanksgiving. In school, we were taught that this Native American spoke English, which helped him to communicate with the English newcomers and translate to his fellow Native Americans. While that part of the story is true, it's not the whole story. Squanto did not spend his entire life in Plymouth Colony with his friends and family members. He also did not translate during the first Thanksgiving feast out of kindness of his heart. The reason Squanto was the only Native American who spoke English was that he had been enslaved and forced into servitude in England. When the English headed to his native land in 1619, they brought him along. They figured that he could help them speak to the people in his native tongue. Now, if you thought that Squanto was just a highly intelligent Native American man who helped open the lines of communication between the Milgrams and the other Native Americans, you were taught wrong. The story of the first Thanksgiving says that it was all peace and happiness during the first Thanksgiving feast. That's also not accurate. The Pilgrims didn't send out a happy invitation to the Native Americans asking them to join them for a meal. Massasoit, the Native American chief of the Wampanoag people, he was invited to the first Thanksgiving. He arrived at the feast with 90 of his men. Because the Native Americans were armed warriors, the Pilgrims decided that they had to do something as a show of force. So they fired their guns in the air to let the Native Americans know that they could fight if necessary. Not exactly the happy start to a dinner that we were taught in elementary school. Putting up a sign of force before dinner doesn't make for the most relaxing of meals. Now, our Thanksgiving menu today is said to be based on what the Pilgrims had and the Native Americans ate on that first Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, that part of the story is not true either. While there were wild turkeys in the area, they were not served during that meal. The Wampanoag people showed up with 5 deer to be cooked. So that means that we shouldn't be eating roasted turkey on Thanksgiving, not if we want it to be a legitimate, authentic Thanksgiving meal. We should be eating venison. Also, sweet potatoes were not grown in the region at that time, so they couldn't have been served during the first meal either. And the settlers did not have flour or butter when they arrived in Plymouth Colony, so no dinner rolls. Without sugar or butter, we also couldn't have had those baked pies that were said to have been served at the first Thanksgiving dinner. No pumpkin pie? I mean, that's just not Thanksgiving anymore, is it? In school, we learned that the first Thanksgiving took place in 1621 so that the Pilgrims could thank the Native Americans for their hospitality and kindness. And it is a beautiful story, but it's not a true story. Many historians believe the first Thanksgiving took place many years later. And they also think the reason for the first meal was to mark the settlers' victory over the Pequot Native Americans. Now, if that's the case, the whole point of the meal was not to give thanks to one another. It was not about peace and harmony. It was about victory over the Native Americans. Today, we celebrate Thanksgiving on the third Thursday in November. That's not the actual day the first Thanksgiving took place. Thanksgiving wasn't even an official holiday until 1863, 200-plus years later when Abraham Lincoln declared the first official Thanksgiving Day. It's believed that he chose this day to celebrate the Unionist Civil War victories. So how does that have anything to do with the first meal shared by the Native Americans and the Pilgrims supposedly in 1621? Well, unfortunately, nobody really knows the truth of that first Thanksgiving. The one thing we do know is that the history books got it wrong. When the Native Americans and the Pilgrims got together, it wasn't all sunshine and roses. So what are we celebrating then? Well, over the years, the holiday has become all about commercialism. Not quite to the level of Halloween or Christmas, but still. I mean, why else would the stores open their doors on Thanksgiving night to kick off Black Friday shopping? Am I right? Subscribe for more.
Okay. Happy Turkey Day.
Jive turkeys. Now let's get down to it.
Yeah, so America has this way of kind of giving you alternative facts and twisting the truth a little bit, so to make it sound like everything was cool. And although there might be some dispute to this story, it sounds a little bit more truthful. If you get ready to come to somebody's homeland and take over their stuff, they may or may not be so welcoming to you if you show up with guns and people and whatever. So I just wanted to share a little bit about the real history behind this holiday that we're celebrating today, or some of us are celebrating today. So what's up, Mickey?
Oh, nothing was good with you, brother Clark.
I'm getting ready for the game, man. I spent a long time cooking last night, man. So yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I saw you was on your you was chefing it up yesterday. I saw you went live. And good morning, Taya Austin.
Good morning, Miss Austin.
Good
Yeah,
morning, man to the mouth. Yeah, I saw you in the kitchen. So you was throwing down a little bit, huh?
A little bit. Yeah, it was real. I did put my foot in some stuff.
Okay.
As the old folks used to say it, I put my foot in it.
So what was you preparing, brother? What meal did they have you preparing?
I actually am cooking for my house and my mom's house, but
Gotcha.
Everybody going over mom's house for the big dinner. But
Sure.
I really be happy to have my own dinner too. So I didn't make a turkey for myself. I made a chicken. I got dressing. I made macaroni and cheese, which is part of it is going to my mom's. Between my mom and my auntie, you can't really ask who made what. You that movie, Who Made the Macaroni? What is it? Who made the macaroni salad? Who made the potato salad? It's something like that when it comes to dressing and macaroni at my mom's house between my mom and my aunt. Don't tell nobody that I said that, but it's like you better not ask and you better eat the right one because they both gonna be looking at you like, you know what I mean? So, I just make my own and take mine over there. If they don't eat it, that's cool because it's more for me. I know what I like.
Oh, for sure. I can dig that. Was good Jive turkey there, brother Wiggins. Good morning, Hanifa. I'm over here checking out the screen. I didn't want people to think, how these was the holidays when blacks ain't have to work, and then I want to work on them days.
I can dig it. I
want to work.
That's why I chose that song for the flyer. You see, it was a hidden message in the
for
flyer.
For sure. I want people to see we still gonna come on, even though while they sitting back and enjoying a turkey. It's still news being broke.
I hope ain't
We could be
nobody eat no
going some
turkey at
break.
9 in the morning though. Ain't nobody eat no turkey except for the folks who cook the turkey and they get or the husbands or the boyfriend that's getting up, that's taking that little piece off the side, sneaking it. Ain't nobody eating no turkey at 9 this morning. I hope.
For sure. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Sarah. I ain't Sarah P. We just gonna do it like that. I ain't finna be butchering no names up. Let me get this on up on here. I've been and butcher these people
I can't
names
see.
up.
How do I see the comments?
You might have to work off your other phone.
Yeah, it's my other phone's under my seat in my car. I got my computer up here.
Oh, got you. So what's up? What we got so far? But we can leave off that we ain't gonna. Did we forget Did we forget something earlier in the week that we didn't get off our chest? What was it? We know the metal detectors are still up.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We know that is up. We know City Council just passed 2 million without asking any questions. We know the mayor doesn't like 810. Let me see what else is new.
Look at
Uh,
Tia. You messy Tia. It's early in the morning. Why you doing that?
what we did have Shoegate.
We did have Shoegate. We had we had Shoegate. We had we had metal detector gate.
Oh, thank Perano.
Pereno. I went to school with some
Perano.
Perenos. I
Oh,
wonder if she's
thank you.
related to them.
And then we had, and once again, they got me as the ladies' man out here. I don't know how. When everybody know I'm in a relationship, but hey, I'll take it right now. Maybe I'm a heartthrob out here. I'll go for it. Why not me?
Let's see. Somebody said was let me see. I don't want to say somebody because that is actually who was that? It's just Dez asked about Josh Giddey. I just googled it. Let me see. Josh Giddey. What happened to Josh Giddey?
Oh, yes. Sarah Perano said you went to school
Whoa, Josh
with her
Giddey
husband, brother.
with the allegedly underage girl.
Ugh. Have you seen what's been going on?
Not really.
Since Diddy, they just got Marcus Wiley, a girl just accused him for
Marcus
back when
Wiley,
he
the
was.
dude that reports NFL games.
Yeah, man. He just
Really?
got accused. Yeah, I just was looking at it. Him, man, they coming out after him, man. Listen, what goes on in the dark will come to the light.
Y'all better leave these folks
Oh,
alone, man.
Jamie Foxx too. That's Ty also just said Jamie Foxx. Yeah, what it's just there said he was exposed messing with a 15-year-old man. Lord have mercy. Oh,
What can somebody that's 15 years old do for you? What 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 can somebody that's underage do for you? They don't even know how to wash themselves correctly. And I'm somebody that don't like funky smells. So what can somebody that's still learning about their hormones and learning about their pH balance and learning about their whatever? What can they do for a grown man, man?
man, I don't understand a grown man at that age. You looking at somebody that young like that is crazy. I never understood it. Stanley Wood, happy Jive Turkey Day to you too. Oh, it said all these black men trying to buy media are being targeted. Hey, only thing I could say, man. Oh, look, they said, okay, mouth to mitten to the mouth said Foxy was with Jay at 25.
Yeah, Foxy was like 17, 18. I know that. And Aaliyah was AJ nothing but a number, 14, 15. Um, at that point, I
It's
mean, you got to
no,
look
it's
at
not. Mitten to the mouth said she was 15, allegedly. I don't.
yeah, but at that point, at 15, I couldn't even go out the house without letting my mom and them know. So you got to start looking at. Hold on, let me see this. Pereno, let me see. Andrew Pereno, you definitely went to school with my brothers, Brad and what was the older brother's name? Brad was in my grade. Brad and oh man, oh man, what was the older guy's name? But
What
they
school
were.
you went to, Platt?
I went to Southwestern, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
but
forgot. I forgot.
no offense, for to what I'm about to say, but these were two white guys that you couldn't even tell they were white. They was like brothers to me. You know what I'm. Well, Brad was the older brother was. You know how older brothers be like. You know what I'm saying? Kind of. You know, being older brothers. Yeah. So yeah, they was cool, man.
Paul. They said Paul. The name was
Paul
Paul.
Moreno. Okay, yeah, that. I know Brad was my homeboy. So if tell them I said hello. Don't even taste. Tell them I said what's up.
We went, okay, so they went to
I remember his
Southwest
dad
Mississippi.
used to be around too. He used to come around for come to football practice for a while too, Andrew.
That's what's up. So you able to reach out to people back in your school days, Clark. That ain't that something. He said he got you too. So okay, everybody. Since we saying they taking them, we seeing what's going on. Who y'all got today, man? Who y'all got today? Let me look on here. I know the Lions the first game, right?
If you ain't got the lines, man, go ahead and I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do, man, because we about to run all through Green Bay today. We about to run all through Green Bay. It's about to be bad. It's about to be if you ain't going for the Lions today.
Oh,
Hey, Chris,
they come on at 12:30. My goodness, I was telling people 1:00, 12:30. Okay, we got because then we pick our picks the other day. I know we're going with the Lions, and I see Chris Caleb on. He's saying the Dallas. Well, yeah, y'all
Trevor.
playing the Washington
Wait a minute.
Commanders.
Wait a minute, Trevor.
Trevor on here hating again.
Trevor is tripping.
Man, I can't believe he will wait. Go to sleep, Trevor. Go back to bed. It's probably above this.
Yeah,
This
man.
right.
That's
This
what's wrong.
early is
Sometimes
above
the
your
age
pay
around a little
grade.
wicked.
I can't believe he part of 810 and he hating on the Lions. Well, you know
Yeah.
what? Arizona going to the Super Bowl.
No. No.
Now look, they gonna let us down hard. Y'all see this blasphemy, Trevor? Y'all see this blasphemy?
I did just see that. You know what? And I was expecting
Blasphemy.
that let down last week, but you see what happened.
Right. I was
You see
too,
what
because I was
happened.
over here mad.
I was lemon free tight.
I still want the defensive coordinator fired.
I don't want the brother to go nowhere, man.
I do. They can do better. That man, have you seen that defense in action?
Every game.
And that's what I'm telling you.
Every game. So I don't know if she want me to say her real name, but bitten to mouth. I do know who that is. Jackson State alumni. And you missed it. I tried to tag you in the chat. Was that yesterday we was talking about what's going on in Jackson, Mississippi?
Yes, sir.
So you missed it. I'm not sure if you were on yesterday, but yesterday we were talking about what's going on with the new law 10 Mississippi House bill. Oh, it ain't even a bill no more. It passed. It's law.
It
1020.
did.
Yeah, it's law. That is not a bill anymore. It is truth. It is what it is. Like, so basically what's going on is Jackson is the capital of Mississippi, and Jackson is the second blackest per capita city in the nation. And Jackson basically passed a law that they will no longer all the judges and law enforcement, main law enforcement will be appointed and not voted upon. And black law enforcement officers can only police the blacks. They cannot police the whites. And, Capitol Police has the main jurisdiction around the city of Jackson. The state police only police the state, and Jackson Police Department is now, they are somewhat beneath the Capitol Police, who's going to be doing the main policing in the city of Jackson. So it's a lot going on. Basically, they call it in the law the new return to Jim Crow. So y'all, we need to lift up our brothers and sisters down there in Jackson in prayer and see what they, see what they can do to ratify or whatever, because that's just, I don't know, it's putting us steps back.
Yeah, that's terrible right there. That's terrible right there. I
So
agree.
if you want to go look at that, I ain't gonna say your name, Mitten. Check that out.
Good morning, Shanetta Woods. And I was just reading
Good
the
morning,
comments.
Shanetta.
Yeah, and Tony said, what about the pitches? Man, I don't really pay attention to the basketball season until around about
January,
Yeah,
Independence Day.
when they started making that push, and Trevor just is blasphemy all on here, Trevor. I can't believe you. The Lions are like toddlers. They just want you to choke. Man, if you don't cut that blasphemy, well, Arizona gonna pull it off.
Well, I'm looking at mitten to mouth. Can you put her comment on? Well, no, don't put that
I
up.
got you. I got you. This one right here.
Yeah, no, she was talking about she got to take a nap, but so he had already tried it, but they voted for Tate. If Tate is the black mayor of Jackson, he is still the mayor. Well, I was gonna say, okay, no. Well, who's the black guy I kept seeing in the news? Maybe because I've been looking at so much stuff. I'm sorry. I'm still.
Nah, men to the mouth. Hold up, let me get it. She said he white. Men to the mouth, he white. She said he had tried this already. Good morning, Miss Brown. Thanks for bumping with the governor. He the governor who she talking about.
Okay. Yeah, well, he succeeded. They succeeded. So
Damn.
I know that Alabama has some things going on with they was trying to redistrict. I got headburn. I mean, a heartburn this morning. I'm sorry, y'all. I know. What you say, Mickey?
That's all that soul food.
I
Eat
ain't
to
even
live.
all of that, and I had a hot pocket for dinner, man.
That's what it gets you every time.
That's exactly what it is. It's that hot pocket, and I had a couple of glasses of wine to go while I was cooking, so it might be so. But yeah, I know Alabama has some issues with they state legislature where they was trying to redistrict and take away the black districts, take away their representation. So I'm not sure what I know that they took that back and they had some debate about that. I'm not sure exactly what happened with that because that was a couple months back that I remember going through that. But yeah. So
Well, I don't know. I won't be going to Mississippi or Alabama.
I'm
Then,
scared of Mississippi as it is, and if there's anybody on here from Mississippi, don't be offended by me saying that. I watched In the Heat of the Night. I done watched Mississippi Burning. I done watched all these different shows, and I've heard all these different these different stories from even from my grandparents from was it Hollis Springs or Hot Springs, Mississippi? One of them, I don't know which one it is, but that might be the same place. But like, yeah, I've heard the Emmett Till stories. I've heard even my dad got his own. His best friend was lynched when he was a high schooler. So, I ain't scared, but I'm scared. Let me say that. I don't go to Mississippi. I don't rock Mississippi. I'm scared.
well, maybe I won't be going there. Oh,
So
Nikki, happy Thanksgiving! And yep, she just popped on from
who's
the
that?
YouTube. Nikki from the YouTube side of the game. I just put her comment. Happy Jive Turkey Day to you too.
So I mean, I guess that could be a prelude to Mr. Class because I did have what I wanted to. I would. That's a good prelude. We took the history of the police. Wait, I got my picks in Vegas this week. Clack, write this down. Hold on. Because I got it. Hold on, Winters.
She said sweet potato pumpkin pie. You know what?
Nah, it's one or the other. Oh, okay. I thought you said it's sweet potato. I don't do none pumpkin. I got.
Got you. Are you right on that, Chris? I'm scared down in Louisiana too.
Yeah. And scared don't mean we scared of people. We just scared of the history. We scared of. Yeah.
I want to come back home.
I'm scared of Florida. You scared of Florida? What you scared of? I'm scared of Florida too. Oh, I ain't got the paper. Wait, what she
From
say,
Daryl
Dave?
yet. She said she ain't got the paper from Daryl Campbell yet. These are
Oh.
games she voting on.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Oh no, Winters ain't making no, huh?
she talking about she got Sunday's games too.
Yeah, she said she got but I picked like 14. Yeah, that's Sunday's game. You only got 3
14.
today.
Hey, I don't know. When did you bet on all 14? It's gonna be hard to win all 14. Them parlays is rough.
Tell her.
Them parlays is rough. It's almost like when you bet on a parlay, it's almost like it's somebody on that last bet, somebody on that team that know you got a parlay, and they messed it up on purpose.
Salty Chef, happy Jive Turkey Day. Thanks for bumping in on this special day with us. We came on to get the people some. We didn't want to leave y'all hanging.
I didn't. We really didn't. So
yeah, we did.
So check this out.
As you can see, you go ahead, brother.
Well, I was just gonna prelude to the, since we were talking about the, how unfair it is down in Jackson, Mississippi. I was gonna talk about that was like a perfect prelude into what I was gonna talk about in Mr. Clack class. So if you want
Let's
to,
get to it. Let's get to it. Hold on, let me get your stuff together.
Get in my theme music.
Hold up. I'm finna set it up. Hold up, let me set it up. Let me set this play up. We've been working. You want your theme music first?
Yeah, give me the theme music first.
Hold on, let me set the play up. Let me set the play up. Let me set the play up. Let me set the play up on this one, brother Clark. Oh, I messed up right there. Sometimes I mess up, Clark. We all,
what they say, players mess up.
Yeah, that's what I was finna say, man. Like, dang, work with me, man. Work with your brother, man. That's all I'm telling you. I ain't the best. But you said you need your thing. You know what?
Yeah, let me get the theme music first.
Yeah, play your thing. You ain't send me the theme music.
I sent it to you.
Hold on, let me go back.
You played it last Friday.
You right. I gotta go back and find it. Hold up, let me come out of this and find Clack theme music. Now, how did I mess that up? Let me get that together, brother. Sometime.
I got to turn the.
Oh, you talk about the one that you talk about. Oh, got you.
Yeah, Mr. Clack
got you.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
I got to get myself in the zone.
I got you. They don't understand. I'll be having a lot of pressure going on in life over here, man. I ain't at the studio. I'm all here trying to work from the background and stuff.
This is just so happened to go.
I got your theme music. Hold on, let me play your theme music right now.
Welcome to Mr. Clack Class. There we go. Come in, sit down, and don't say nothing. No, I'm just playing.
I don't want to hear nothing right now.
I don't want to hear nothing. So little known Black history fact. So I'm your teacher, Mr. Clack, your history teacher. So today, what I wanted to talk to you all about is the history of the police, the modern day police system. All right. So the original police was called the Night Watch, or constables, sheriffs, or even the slave patrol. Y'all might know it as the slave patrol. I see Jeff Catlett, you're in Virginia, slave patrols. Okay. So before the fights between Republicans and Democrats, there was a fight between free states and slave states. Each state had their own individual laws. You're going to hear this in the same video we're about to queue up in a second. So basically what I'm saying is, Mickey, go ahead and play that.
Hold on one second.
The video. And then after the video, when I'm talking, you can play,
I'll give you, yep, I got you, brother. We finna play it now. Here we go.
We're going to talk about the dark history of the police. Under martial law, they can't show up to my doorstep. Just to make this clear, in no way, shape, or form am I promoting hate or prejudice against anybody. There are good people, there are bad people. This is dark, so I will not whitewash this. Let's go down the timeline, shall we? Before the formal police system, there were people called the Night's Watch, constables, sheriffs, and slave patrol. Before the fight between Republicans and Democrats, the fight between free states and slave states. So they all had their own individual laws. So now that we understand the separation of America, we can understand the separation of police. You know, the good cops and the bad cops. But today we're talking about the dark history, so we're going to talk about the bad cops. Originally, slave patrol originated in the early 1700s with one mission: establish a system of terror and squash slave uprising in the capacity to pursue, apprehend, and return runaway slaves to their owners. Because, we weren't considered people. They had to make sure slaves weren't wandering out at night trying to run away, So there was an issue because there wasn't unity. The northern and the southern states were beefing. The southern states wanted to assert their authority over federal government so they could abolish federal laws they didn't support, i.e. wanting to keep slavery. So civil war happened, and declared that all personal people who held slaves with the rebellious states are henceforward shall be free. So there was no need to run or fear for your life, right? So this became this, but it was still the same thing. I can't even show the pictures that I want to show, but even after that, a lot of African Americans were still terrorized. So now that slave patrols were not allowed, these people became the police to assert their dominance because of the prejudices that they had. An example of this is called lynching. Violent public acts that white people used to terrorize and control black people in the 19th and 20th century. Hanging them from trees, but they also involved extreme brutality such as torture, mutilation, decapitation, and desecration. Some of them were burnt alive. Now, a lot of people are wondering why there are bad cops. Because the same people who were slave catchers became police, and then their children's children had children, their children's children had children, and then we all are just dealing with this American problem. I wanted to squeeze in as much information as I could, but it just gets too deep. Just wanted to put a spark in your brain, but I will make more videos on this. Y'all be safe with these bad cops.
Okay. So the reason why I thought it necessary that we know the history behind the police, but because this is a lesson that I taught to my students. Not saying hate the police, just be saying you need to know who you are. Everybody needs to know the history behind whatever it is they represent. And so whatever it is you represent, if you got into an organization, whether it be a Greek sorority fraternity, whether it be a motorcycle club, whether it be whatever it is, you need to know the history, because if you representing something, you don't want to be out here representing something that's wrong. So, not saying that policing is wrong, just saying that the origins of policing came from the slave trade. All right. So I made a speech to this is back when I was Black Lives Mattering. I made a speech to the sheriffs. It was the sheriff of Genesee County and all the police chiefs. We were in the county building, and the first question that I asked them leading into my speech was, "Do y'all is it a necessary thing? Is it mandatory for you all to know the history of police when you join the police force or when you become a sheriff deputy or whatever?" And they was looking at me like, "Nah, what we need to know that for?" And then I started talking about this. I didn't have the video to back up what I was talking about, but I started talking about this, and some of the people kind of looked at me and didn't really understand, but other ones was kind of looked at me like, wait a minute, we didn't know that. So I felt that I didn't know it before, so I felt that we needed to know. So maybe this is subconsciously why so many black people run from the police when they get pulled over, or when when the police ask them to get out the car, when they ask them to stop doing what they're doing. I'm not saying that that's a direct correlation, but some type of way, my grandmother gave me the talk: when the police get behind you, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. So everybody ain't crazy. Go ahead, Mick.
Oh no, brother. You was on you. I was finna say that you want me to put them pictures up. Anything?
Please do.
Got you. Let me go and add these up on here for a minute. Show the people what's going on. Okay, brother. You want to explain this one? I'll just roll through them.
All right. So kind of like a dope man with his fiends, or with his people who purchase their product. They don't want them dead. They just want to sell their product to make money. So when the slave patrols or the slave catchers went out after the slaves that ran away, they were given specific orders not to kill their slaves. They wanted their product back. They wanted their cash cow back. They wanted to make their money maker. They wanted them to come back. So they were given specific. You can beat them, just bring them back. That's what this picture right here is an example of. So slave catcher, aka goon. Go ahead, you can change to the next one. We all know. All right.
You pause for a minute, brother. What happened?
I pause.
Yeah, you want me to go to the next frame?
Yeah.
Got you.
Okay, this right here. This looks like a sheriff badge, right? Looks like a law enforcement badge, right? But if you look real hard, it says something slave patrol in the middle of it. Y'all see that?
Runaway slave patrol.
Runaway slave patrol. Okay, I got 4 eyes. I can't see it. There we go. Runaway slave patrol. But if you look at the star, if you look at that, you would think that it'd be, a police. Even today, if somebody had that on and you just glanced at it, you would think, you would think, man, that's the police, right? Go to the next one. I'm not sure if I that was this. I'm not sure if I want that one up. I'm not sure if I want to go into that.
Okay, well, you know what? I got you.
That's. I mean, I can explain what that is. That's an example of one of the first prisons. Okay, so that was for another lesson.
Got you. I got you. I got you.
So yeah,
This
it's
one, you was ready for this one, huh?
the one that looks like that. No, not necessarily that one, because that one goes into the next lesson. So that was the original, the origins
Got
of United
this
States
one.
prisons. Yeah, that's all going into the next lesson. So that's, I mean, I can go into that if you want me
Oh,
to.
you want
But
this one?
that one, okay.
Got,
Now, if you can zoom in on that one.
got you.
All right, you see what it says? Plantation Police, Runaway Slave Patrol, South Carolina, Georgetown County, South Carolina. Don't that look like a police badge that they would put on? You know,
Mm, here.
so you gotta understand that the distrust between blacks and the police, it runs generations deep. This is 400, not 400. This is 1700s. This is years. This is 200-300 years ago. So you got to understand that when they say do what you told, it's a reason why. What is this? Look up the book Without Sanctuary. Okay, you got to understand that there's a deep rooted mistrust that's all in our fiber. It's in our DNA that says do not trust the police. I'm not telling y'all to not trust the police. I'm just saying this might be the reason why that we have for so many years had so much distrust towards law enforcement, because those were the people that were coming after our forefathers when they ran away from slaves. So I don't know if Dr. Petroni on here, I don't know if you know anything about this, but does anybody want to chime in about what they know about the history of the police? That's what I want to do the show right there.
Got you. This is the one you wanted.
That's what I want to do the show right there.
Not a big difference.
One shiny, one ain't. That's the only difference. So in no way am I saying that I hate the police or anybody hates the police. That's not what we're saying. I'm just saying this is the history behind the police in this country.
So that's probably why you saying we have such a blacks and the police have such bad encounters. Well, we have the mistrust from, because if you looking at it, you see the police still be roughhousing blacks. Just look at George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Look at Tamir Rice, and that's why you have some people be looking at Happy Jive Turkey Day too, Kevin Tay. So basically, we seeing what it is because it's still being treated today. So basically, you can look at it. The police treat blacks like slaves.
Yep.
Because it seems like every time they come, they already come with a premonition. Because you can get pulled over. Where you going to? Where you coming from? Like, dude, why are you asking me all of this like I'm some criminal or something? Well, we gotta show you our papers or something to show you that we free. I get it.
Again, and what does that sound like? You know what I'm saying? And then and some like myself, maybe you, Mickey, I know that some people in the chat have been pulled over and they ask silly questions like, how can you afford this car?
Right.
How are you paying for this car? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wait a minute, that ain't in your protocol. That's like saying, prove to me that you belong in this vehicle. Prove to me that you belong in this neighborhood. Prove to me that you bought this car legally. That's what that's saying. Like you don't have the right to be driving this car.
And that I don't get, even when you be in a neighborhood. Just say you ride into the neighborhood. What you doing out here? It seems like, but I don't know, man. Like I say, this whole thing, and it's sad when you be even hearing that it has in America, certain sundown states where blacks can't be in. They even be hearing that it had them in Michigan.
Sundown states, it's sundown towns. Like
I mean sundown town. That's what I meant to say, not sundown state. Sundown town. Sorry about that.
It used to be. I remember growing up, they used to tell us you can't ride through Howell. You know what I'm saying? Like you better not stop in Howell. Like I remember that. You remember that?
Listen, I'm looking at what it's just said. They be shocked when they pull rappers over with $30K, $300K dollar cars. Yeah, because they be looking at like, how you got this money? Are you a drug dealer? Like they don't like that. It's like you look at Boosie when he said he had to leave New Orleans. He was study having running in with the police or whatever. How they try to do you. You know what I'm saying? They do not like if you listen to any of them, even with the sports athlete, you hear them take their money from them. It's like, damn, that's the first thing you do. Is like, why you want to break the black man? Take his money from him. That's the first thing they say, but you don't hear them say they take everybody else's money. The first thing they say, take his money. So evidently they must want you to go back to somewhere where they feel you need to be at.
What it is because if you remember, there are several different black established communities that were affluent that did not need the assistance of white banks, did not need the assistance of anything. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm just black, which I am, but I'm not racist. I'm just letting you know the history. We can get on Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, or you know what I mean, or any of those established communities that had schools and banks and barbershops and and everything that blacks needed to be. Oklahoma and Rosewood. Well, I don't think Rosewood was affluent, but I know what you're saying. In the mouth. These establishments, established communities that were black and thriving. Like it was blacks in Tulsa, Oklahoma that had an airport. Like you don't know black folks driving no airplanes and flying no airplanes, but they did in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like this is just so that you can say y'all go back across the tracks. But we had our own establishments across the tracks, and they came and burnt them up and blew them up. So they don't want you to have anything. It's like they
Right.
don't want you to have no money. But yeah, with money, if they don't want us to have anything. Stores, banks, money, whatever, airplanes, houses. What they didn't want us. They blew it all up.
I just look at it like, man, like because I can't believe it sometimes when you can see movies. I mean, with some movies be picking on other stories, like how you can see a black man become a cop. He get in on jumping on when he forget that this a black man you arresting, but you handle him just as bad, if not worse, than when the white cop handle him. It's like, how can you get in here then when you be seeing when they become police, they terrorize their own neighborhood? Like, how can you go back and terrorize your own people? That's what I don't understand.
It's almost like they buy into the badge culture, that back the blue culture, and it's almost like, well, I can't say that. It's almost like they
Right.
Once you take that oath, it's almost like hey, for a lot of them, it's like, forget what we did growing up. I'm this now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. It's just like you had a law. See, this is my thing with people. They just act like they don't. Like, I know what you're saying, Becky Brown. Like, think about Boys in the Hood when they pulled him over, when they pulled Cuba Gooding Jr. over and Ricky over. You know what I'm saying?
Went over girl house swinging.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But look how we treat our own. We some of the worstest to our own, and some of that do come from slavery. To be honest with you.
That's exactly where it comes from.
Yeah, majority our trauma come from slavery, being not able to read, not able to do this and that. Then they're allowing you to do this and that. This what is crazy where they say we'll allow you. You couldn't remember for a slave to be educated, you'd get killed. You couldn't be able to read. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you degrade a people for so long, and how long blacks really been free, the some free that we had. But maybe if it's 100 years, because you got to think in the 60s and 70s, that's only 40 some years ago. Shit, it was certain parts of Flint you couldn't. What up, good brother, Shardy Shaw? It's some places you couldn't even be. Just think about, you had the St. John's area, from what our parents seen. That ain't no, you know what I'm saying? That's 40, 50 years ago.
That's funny because I listened to Reverend Threlkeld. Even my dad said you better get back across the bridge. And it's like, wait a minute, we in Flint. This ain't no Mississippi. This ain't no Alabama. This ain't none of that. But even in Flint, you couldn't get caught on the other side of that bridge after dark. You know what I mean? And that seems so crazy to me because we all here, this Flint. I ain't about to be running from nobody to get on the other side of the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Before the street lights come on, but that's what happened. So imagine what they going through down south or went through down south.
Oh hell. Hell, I mean, anytime you can come with a person can tell your woman come in the room with them, the slave master, and then send her back to you. She pregnant, but this your woman. You know what I'm saying? The degrading where they can go sell your kid off. It's like, man, when you see a lot of the stuff, but then you want to say, well, you got to forget that. I know why they be wanting to forget in certain history.
Mm-hmm.
You want to forget it because who want to know what they did?
Yeah, no, and again, these are the type of lessons that not necessarily so harsh because we're all adults here, but they have children's versions of these stories that I'm telling y'all that I'm letting y'all know about. So I tell my students the real history about what's going on and what has happened in this country.
Right.
I'll say we watched that new Harriet Tubman movie. We watched about 9 minutes of it until I got pissed off. I'm like, wait a minute. These slaves ain't have a change of clothes. They ain't have pretty white teeth. They wasn't happy to be slaves. They like this is not what's going on here. This is not what's going on. Like, let's get the written. I appreciate y'all doing the story on Harriet Tubman, but let's be real about the situation here.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody happy to get up and work for somebody else for the free all day long for their whole life. That wasn't what it was. Don't put that out there.
And that's what I'm saying. Good morning, Chris B. She said, shout out to us, Black Tony and Mickey, the Aquarius. Good, thanks for bumping in with us. We know y'all favorite person ain't on, but we're gonna hold it together. She pulled a Michael Jackson on her. She needed time off. And I'm with men to the mouth. They want you to forget so they can run it back right. Just look how they running it back down there in Mississippi. How you gonna have it with you got two separate courts, but you living in the same state?
Mm-hmm. And it's only in Jackson. This is not in Meridian, Mississippi. This is not in none of them other cities and towns, and none of that. This is only in Jackson, only in the capital, only in the blackest city in Mississippi, only in that's what this is.
Right. But see, the only bad thing about that, if they do it there, because you got to remember, every state didn't have legalized marijuana. But what they do in one, if they let it pass, you'll start seeing it go. Maybe Jackson is where they want to first start it at, try it at. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They'll try certain things, and you see if you let it pass there and let it go, you will start seeing it go through other little towns, other little cities. Then you'll start seeing other states that want to take it up on. It just be wanting to see which person is crazy enough. Look at Florida. Is it Ron DeSantis? Man, dude, I watched some stuff on him, man. If you go watch some documentaries on him, it's of who they letting get in these governor seats becoming, man. These be some wicked people who be getting in these seats of position of power, man. This is like crazy, like some of the stuff you see going on. Don't get me wrong. I just flip that. It blows my mind how they can send money for over here and fight these wars, but don't come over here and help the black community or ain't coming here to help Flint when you said, a whole city was poisoned. That's the craziness of me. I mean, that's what sound crazy to me.
Well, I don't know what song it was. Somebody might know Tupac better than I do, but Tupac said back in the 90s they got money for wars but can't feed the poor. So they got money to wars that they don't want to feed the poor.
Right. I'll read it. Say this from Elijah Muhammad in the chat. He said, by law, only the white male Caucasians hold ownership in America. No amendment changes the law stating we are 3/5 of a human being. For therefore, you are of no citizenship or rights. That's why they can't touch Donald Trump by law. He actually does have every right to do what he's doing. Don't ever be woke.
And I was getting ready. Thank you, Brother Muhammad. That's what I was getting ready to get back around to. Y'all do know we still are not a whole human being. We still 3/5 of a human being. So it would take two of us to equal one. There has not been any amendments to the Yeah, there's not been any amendments to change that, as far as I know. Brother Muhammad, do you know? He just stated that. I don't think there has even attempt to. So, what is this? Long as black cities poor, they're not
I'll
concerned,
put
but
it up.
governor. Oh,
You
yeah, they're
see
doing
it.
that here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
see, that's why I be looking at a lot of the things, a lot of the stuff that you be seeing they letting pass. It ain't so much that they gonna try to take us back. No, they gonna take it back. That's why when you seeing, you got to think. Sometime when you seeing people get, far as you seeing the dominant society, when you seeing them getting mad, when you seeing more like, cause just think about it. Look at all the poor people we got going on, and America supposed to be one of the richest countries, but yet you go to California where they got tent city. You looking at just use here. Look how we got food lines. Look how people lining up to get water. Man, that is terrible. But yet you can see people coming in getting $72 million tax break. People coming in get $2 million. All these nonprofits coming here getting money. You seeing a bundle of houses being sold. But they want you to celebrate Thanksgiving. Well, family, be thankful for what they're taking from you.
Yeah. And see, that's when I start to break a little bit away, a bit away from the racism and go into the classism. Because, if you go, if you go 4 blocks north of where I am right now, which will put you on the east side,
Right.
there's, you got poor blacks, you got poor whites, you got poor Hispanics, it's a melting pot of poor folks over there. It's not just white folks, it's not just Hispanics, everybody over there. And you know what I mean? And ain't nobody, don't let me just, but ain't nobody just balling and splurging over there. You know what I mean? Like it's, if you go over there to that gas station on Davidson Road after 12 o'clock, it's zombie city. They like the Walking Dead over there. You know what I mean? Like it's zombies everywhere over there. So this is not just a black thing, a white thing. It's a socioeconomic thing. If you still here in Flint right now, you it's because you didn't most likely didn't have the resources to leave when the water got bad, when the rate
Right.
when the rent rates went up. You ain't had the resources to go nowhere. When GM bought everybody out, everybody was moving to Texas. Like, remember that? A couple years
Yeah.
back, everybody moved to Texas, and the people that stayed here either didn't take the buyout, they couldn't take the buyout, they didn't work, whatever the situation may be. But we all still up in here.
Yeah.
Everybody who could afford to leave and had the resources and the money to leave, they left.
And that's the thing. And the ones that is here that didn't move, they gonna like we gonna tax you out. We gonna because they are going to build Flint up. It's just not going to be for the poor people. And I mean, it's sad to say, but like some of your elected officials are voting for this. The strong number of your elected officials are voting to tax you out. But then you do have to understand. See, we as black people, we got to understand our own problems too. You know what I'm saying? We got to quit being like we can go run. Somebody gonna help us if we don't pull our resources together. So you could pull your own stuff together, but see, they keep us so divided, even on the poor level. Look at the top level. You don't see all the blacks able to work together who got money. They keep them divided. They don't just work it on a level on this end, but they even keep them up top. Because what you think if you had a Bill Cosby, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan, a Michael Jackson, a Kobe Bryant, a Shaquille O'Neal. They came to Flint and opened up did like Ashley Capital, came up here, opened a building up where you can hire the people, but or open schools up like you see what LeBron doing, fires back in his hometown, Akron. You don't see us, they don't want our stars to do stuff like that because business is warfare. Mm-hmm. Why would I? They seen Oklahoma, they seen Rosewood, they done seen Brownsville, Chicago, they done seen what blacks can do.
But you wait a minute, you see what they doing to Mo P downtown.
Yeah, but see that go down because because what it is, we allow our own to be attacked. We sit back and don't say nothing because you'll look at. I'll give you a better example. Did Dane Whalen get recalled?
Dane Whalen?
Yeah, Walling. Did he get recalled, or did he just his time was up and he was able to rerun?
I don't think he got recalled.
That's
Somebody
what
that was,
you see what I'm saying? And
yeah.
this ain't no taking away from the mayor, because the current mayor do need to be recalled. But I'm just saying, look how you will see how he didn't get recalled. And I think he put Flint, along with the council that he had, and along with the state, in a bad position. But people forget that act like Dan Walling is just his game is just smooth as ice around here. Like he wasn't part of this problem of Flint going through what it went through. That's what's crazy to me.
Well, I know that we do have one common denominator that's still in and that still holds office, that held all three positions, state, local, and now executive in the city. And he, the same person is the mayor who was on city council when the switch got made, who went from city council to state rep after the switch got made through the water crisis, and now that person is a leader of the city. So we got some people have been around through the whole thing that's still in positions of authority. That it seems like people forget. People don't want to go back and look. People don't want to admit the truth. If this one person has been a factor on all three levels, why don't you just remove that? Remove that factor. Did that make sense?
Yeah, but that let you know it's people in higher places that's helping protect them. Because anybody, I mean, that's going along with the get along. Follow the money, as people always say. You follow the money, you will see why this person, like what Trevor just put in here, said, don't forget he's a bond holder in the KWA, so he gonna make money off of the profit. He gonna make profit off of the people that didn't die, poison. But that's what you get when you got these politicians, when they look for when they got their 30 pieces of silver.
Wait a minute. So I'm sorry, Mickey. So I'm looking at Melissa's comment was what happened to the investigation of Dana Nessa, and Trevor said it's still in the House. So that means Democrats got a super majority right now. It shouldn't
Right.
be anything that goes that they want, that Democrats want, that should not be able to get passed. That just proves to you that we ain't a priority. We got a super majority. For y'all that don't know what that means that we have the the House of Representatives, we have the Senate, and we have the governor's seat. All are Democrats by party, not necessarily by practice.
Oh, so Beck, you saying he did get a recall? Because I'm trying to see, because I know every time they recalled him. But like I said, but he shouldn't. But then, I mean, like I said, a lot of them, like you said, a lot of them politicians that was on that board. Oh no, okay, right. Okay, well, that's what I was told. Yeah, he wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. We've been played by the Democrats, and I'm like what Mama Quill said: Democrat in name only, them Dinos. That's how you can get played. Where you can see. Look, that's why I go back to the concerned pastors and the Melissa Mays. There's no shot at her, not shot at the concerned pastors. But what deal? Like, who set this deal up? For like how did that whatever they did, how did it help Flint and how did it help the people? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I feel like we needed some better negotiators who went. We didn't have real lawyers that was trying to help the people, or was they helping themselves? That's my thing. There's no disrespect to it, because she might have been doing what's right. But sometimes when people can be sending you to do what's right, but really wrong. You know what I'm saying? How you thinking you doing the right thing? Because it's 9 years later, we celebrating water, and yet it's still the infrastructure didn't get fixed. Okay, you going to court, you got to ask the judge. You see what you got to do. You got to go make the judge hope that he make Neely do the right thing. But if me and you go to court, that judge ain't gonna have no problem about locking you up, locking me up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like with Snyder. Snyder didn't get locked up. He got off, and he getting his lawyer fees paid for. That's crazy.
And not to cut you off, but I'm thinking about a specific time when I got pulled over. This when it was on a lunch break. I was rushing back to get back to my classroom because I was late, and I got pulled over, and I got a speeding ticket. No, did I get a speeding ticket? No, I didn't get a speeding ticket. I had a warrant, and I didn't know I had it. This is probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and I go to court, and Judge Marable was my judge.
Right.
And Judge Marable, if y'all don't know Judge Marable, you know, he's a little different. You know what I mean? Like Judge Marable is the judge, the black guy who got the cowboy hat, the wear the big old cowboy boots and the big old, you know, belt buckle. Went to Ohio State. He just kind of weird. But he was like, yeah, you got, you know, can you pay $500, $580 some odd dollars today before you? I'm like, no, I can't pay that. Like, well, why can't you? Can't you go into your savings? And it's like, well, wait a minute. You want me to pay this ticket right now? But we got people out here that's taking money from people that like you ain't even like y'all won't even enforce the laws that exist right now. But you trying to get this $500? I ain't got it like that to just drop you $500-$600 right now. But call your mama. Like that's not what you do. You don't tell me to call my mama in court. You don't tell these people.
Right.
Oh yes, I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't got the oops. I almost did it. How I get back to? I almost paid for the app that Winters got. What did I just do?
You tapped on it. See that, but you for what? For the phone?
Yeah, I almost did it last night. My bad. Yeah, I almost paid for it last night, but I'm like, maybe after.
But see how
yeah,
Marable gave you a hard time, basically what you're saying.
He gave me a real but that ain't the first or the second time that going to his court that he gave, he acted differently. You know what I mean? Like I remember one time I was in college and I came back and I had a ticket and he was talking about my mom and dad. And it's like, wait a minute, cuz like I'm trying to get up out of here. You talking about my mom and them. Like this is court. What like they don't even know who I am. Now they do. So, it's just they pick and choose who they want to enforce the laws with. And I know that if that had been me, if that had been Trevor, if that had been Mickey, if that had been Chris Caleb, if that had been, anybody else that's going down here that's giving money to their friends, and this whole thing is allowing you to, as a matter of fact, I won't even say that. I'll say it as a board thing. That's what happened on the school board when you are allowed to vote on something to benefit yourself. That's what happened on the school board between Laura and Dr. Green. One person was allowed to the district pay for their legal fees, and the other person they didn't. But they allowed the one person to vote. The other person was not given that opportunity. That's not fair.
Wow.
That's not fair. My bad, Chris. My bad, man. But yeah, that's not fair and it's unethical. It's not right. You know what I mean? Like you're not supposed to vote on something that's going to directly benefit that you're gonna benefit from monetarily. You can't do that. That's a conflict of interest.
But not to cut you off, but that goes back to Liddell Lewis with her nonprofit, the Cyrus Park. That goes back to Candace Mouchette, that's on the board on that nonprofit, and you on city council, and y'all voting to give y'all businesses. I mean, with y'all organizations that y'all part of, ARPA money.
Which is I didn't see, and I wanted to say that, but I just wanted to put because people be like, "Well, the school board, the school board." So I put it, something that I'm directly involved with. So I don't want to keep on sounding like I'm beating up on city council. Right. So I brought up the school board thing. But yes, that's both examples are exactly right. That's exactly right. You can't vote on anything that's going to benefit you monetarily.
Right.
You can't vote on nothing that's going. Even when the lady was working at the city hall and her husband was working at the car dealership. And they mysteriously, allegedly got all these new cars and put out all these bids, and they only went to this car dealership where the man got all of them. You can't do that.
Right. But the lawlessness that you see and what's so crazy, it just ain't germane to Flint. When you listen, like I read, you hear it's in California. You hear it's in, like we seeing the problems going down in Jackson, Mississippi. You hear things about Alabama. It's damn near wherever blacks are congregated and poor people is at. It's the shakedown, and that's what it seemed like to me. It's just a shakedown. How you gonna sit up here? And that's what I don't like. And it's not Clack. This is me saying that. How Eva Worthing can. Better yet, let's go back to Allie Hokenroder. How she committed perjury in that case with Eric Mays. You ain't heard nothing about that.
And if you got to, if I'm not mistaken, you got to raise your hand, put the other hand on the book, and say you got to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. That means between you, the person that's holding the Bible up, the judge, and then the man upstairs. You telling them that you're not gonna lie in front of them people, and you do it.
Listen, man, they've been. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'll be like, oh, is she still in that? But I'm just saying, Becky, I done seen you perjure yourself. You would be in the. They'd have been to deal with you quicker. That's like even with Eva Worthing. How Eva Worthing can jump up, then nobody see no wrong. Let Tanya or let Jerry Winfrey Carter. Eric just said a salute when he was saying something, did the Hitler salute, and you see they suspended him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you can see the stuff that you can see the selective, even with him going to court with the news media. Like they making it easy for us to come up in here because of the games that they be playing.
Hey, wait a minute, Trevor. Wait a minute.
We don't solve cold cases over here. I just
I'm
want
looking like hold on, man. I'm about to run and grab my phone charger real quick, bro.
Go ahead. I'm gonna keep entertaining the family while we're here. Okay, let me see what system. Hopefully so. Let's make it public. She did it in public. That's what I'm saying. We sit up here and we let things go astray, and we keep letting it go. It don't make no sense when you seeing what's going on. But I do feel like the city of Flint people should wake up and quit letting them do anything to you. Because this goes back to Liddell Lewis. Was not staying here the full proper time. They let that go. Maybe we need change over at that clerk office, along with the administration. Liddell, but to me, Becky, that's why I go back to I watch Quincy Murphy. He unbiased, but Quincy Murphy loved what's going on. People don't get it twisted. Quincy loved the madness that's going on because he would have been called Liddell in the check several times. It seemed like to me these council people more worrying about friendships and then worrying about the citizens of Flint. Because ain't no way in the world Liddell will keep getting away. That should have been when they found out Liddell Lewis had a nonprofit and she trying to get opera money. They should have called her in the check then. What you mean you didn't know about a conflict of interest form? That's what be throwing me off with, like, and Judy throws me off with that too, because she changed her name. She took her name off of it. It's somebody like, see them the games that they play when you knowing, like, Judy must got something to hide. That's how I be looking at it. You think Liddell gonna come out and say you got some Ashley Capital money or something?
I'm gonna just say I tried. You know, if y'all watch these episodes, if y'all watch these, if y'all watch, I'm gonna start calling this as a showcast, because technically podcasts are, just voices, and not videos, and we got different shows, so I'm gonna call this a showcast. If you watch these showcasts, you know that Mike Clack don't normally say people name. I might say your position, but I don't say people name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's not the best thing for one elected official to be talking directly to another about another. But I'll call up, I'll say I don't agree with your politics or your position or whatnot. But saying that, I would be so scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, to do some of the stuff that they doing, like, that's why I'm thinking that there has to be something deeper than what we see or than what we can understand, because they too confident. You know what I'm saying? Like, they too confident. It's almost like, y'all, I know I'm not gonna get in trouble, so I'm gonna vote this thing. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it like that.
Right.
It's like, that's just me. It's like, how like how like when we grew up, anybody on your street could give you a whooping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get caught doing something, Miss Williams down the street gonna give you a whooping, and then she gonna, or Mr. Thompson gonna give you a whooping, or anybody can. Then when they call your mama, you gonna get another one. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like they don't have none of that. They don't have this check and balance over here that's gonna check them. They don't have this check and balance over here that's gonna check them. They don't have that. And even if it's like they don't care, it's like they know I'm not gonna get caught. Y'all not gonna tell my mama. Y'all not gonna tell, like, and even if you do, they ain't gonna do nothing. So that makes me think that it's something deeper than what we actually see here.
And that's the point that I make, and I get it. I have to call his name out because I call Quincy name out because I be saying he be hiding a lot of our messages. I know he being sarcastic because I be going in on him. But what I mean by he in it, just like when Eric told Candace she in it, she jumped in it. But I knew when she got selected, she was gonna be in it because she was there for that fifth vote. But what I mean, they act like they scared to see Liddell don't be playing games. I would have been called my homie in the check. Like, hold on, man, you going too far. See, he's scared to do that because he feel, well, Liddell might let something out on him. Even worse. And see, you don't get so caught up in when you seeing the people getting stole. Quincy know Liddell. I'll give you a better example. Quincy sat up there and lied too. He didn't know Tanya Burns' daughter was called a monkey. A picture was out. Now I know Quincy was because Quincy was on one of the shows. I was on my phone when I seen him tap in. Then he got off. But see, he get up on council. He didn't know Liddell did this, but he never called. He never checked her about it. He always say, y'all got to stop doing this. He never put nothing up. See, like they quick to suspend Eric Mays. They quick to prove a point to him, but they scared to pull a point to Eva Worthy. He's scared to pull a point to Liddell Lewis and Candace.
Yeah. And this is something that I had to learn. I will say, I will say, there are people that are genuine, there are people that are real, and there are people that there are. And I will say, I will thank Carol McIntosh.
Right.
That people when people see that you are, you know what I'm saying, are either this way or either this way. Either you go when people see that, all right, that you done decided to take the red pill, this group over here go embrace you.
Right.
When people see that you've taken the blue pill, then these people will embrace you.
Right.
There are people like like Carol and like I'll just stop with her. That have embraced me because she saw that I was not on some BS. There are a bunch of people in the city that recognize that, this Michael Clark guy is all right. We can trust him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not stealing nothing. I don't want to get over on nobody. I ain't finna sell nothing out. I'm always in the hood, but we got people that are from the hood that are, got the same characteristics as a Mike Clark that do the exact opposite, and they out looking for themselves. They grew up in Flint, they went to Northern or went to Central or went to Northwestern, and they grew up like this, and then they get somewhere and they just cut everybody off and forget that they from Flint. Does that make that's the part that I can't get over, that I can't fathom? It's like, you one of us or was one of us.
I mean, well, I don't get it, man. I don't see how they can go fight. They can go see the plight in other cities or other states and then forget the plight that's back here. I just don't get it. I mean, I just think everybody keep thinking that the water crisis was over. They just like, okay. That's like I say I give Eric Mays credit again. I thank Eric Mays for his TikTok. For the people can see what's really going on. Flint ain't got itself together. But yeah, that's what I'm with Chris on that. Yeah, it's all about the money because they wanna do good, man. They get individuality. Meaning, like, oh, I can do good. So they want to ride around and look good. They ain't thinking about their people. They ain't thinking about, like, because Quincy can ride in that neighborhood. Liddell can go in that neighborhood. That's why I say she got all the black sudden, got black overnight.
But here's the thing. This is, and I hate to sound like I'm being selfish, but my parents now live in Liddell's ward. And so now it's not saying that it wasn't personal for me before, but now it's personal. You know what I mean? Like my parents are older. I take care of them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the liberty of wasting time and say, of trying to see if our council person is gonna love us today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If they gonna care about us today. We don't have that. So there are people that area. Winters grew up in the same neighborhood. Sean Crowdy grew up over there. Like, it's a lot of people that grew up over there. I call it Anderson Hood over there between Welch, Ballinger, and Mackin, and that little corridor over there.
Right.
And you can even go further and go to Flushing Road. You know what I mean? And include El Dorado over there.
Right.
We no longer have the liberty of guessing or trying to see if our council person love us today, or they gonna care about us today. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's over with. We got to get people in these seats to give a damn about their community. Excuse me for cussing. I'm trying to stop doing that. But
Right.
they care about their community. We got old people over here. Like, my parents ain't gonna be around that much longer. Like we got to have people that's gonna embrace them. Not just
Right.
I'm just saying my parents. That's just but I'm talking about everybody.
I
It's
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm with
It's
you.
a lot of people over there. There's, the old people. We grew up over there, and their parents, my people, parents, and mamas and daddies and grandmamas and uncles and aunties still over there, and that's just not. That's just our neighborhood. That's just Andersonhood. It's all around the city, but especially now that my parents live in the second ward, it's like, come on now, come on
That's
now.
and that's the point that I'm saying. A lot of the council people, man, where you see the majority, because it ain't like this fight. Eric just got this fight now. you had your Kate Fields, you had your Monica Galloway, you had your Herb Winfrey on there. You had Maurice Davis. You know what I'm saying? They seen the fight. You know what I'm saying? And the North Side was still, you could never get enough votes to help the North Side. That's what's so crazy. I do believe Dennis Pfeiffer, and I got to give Fife Dog the shout out for this. When he did say this, the council is majority black. How you have time getting votes over there? Quincy and Liddell Lewis. Well, if Liddell stayed, if she say she really stayed here, she'd know what the second ward looked like. Quincy Murphy been here. He know what that third ward looked like. He can't go say, oh, I'm doing big things over here. What is the big thing? There's still tarps with people on their houses. Them 160 houses that got took. What was it, 190? You a council person. You on the land bank board. You didn't know this was. You didn't see what was going on. You didn't see this before. You couldn't go to the mayor. You sit down and talk with him. You got the good church on there. But I guess the good church is better than keeping people in their houses.
Hey, pause right there, Mickey. I don't want to stop you, but like, that's one thing that, the one thing that, and with all due respect to Councilman Mays, like, I don't like how he brag and say he been there for 10 years. I don't like that. I don't like how Quincy brag and say he a part of the land bank board. That makes me think that you knew or you could have said something or done something or threw your hat in the air, threw up a red flag, threw up a white flag, let somebody know something. You know what I mean? Like it just seemed like this. Here's what it seems like to me, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this, but it seemed like everybody just want a position to say they're important.
We have one former council person. That's all he do. He come with the I. When you see a person that say I, because there ain't no I in team. That's probably why he feel like he's successful. What about the other successful people you had around you? That's why I get when I hear a person say I look at them sideways, because okay, well, you about self. I'm more about teamwork.
Yeah, and that's that's another thing. And I'm thinking that we're talking about the same council person.
Yeah,
but I've often said that we had some colorful, that's my word, that's my new word, colorful, school board meetings in the beginning. And the reason why I took the blame for having those meetings that didn't go as smooth as they do now is because I, being the chair, didn't take the initiative to be impartial. I was more, it's almost like I came in with a vendetta against, certain board members. You know what I mean? And even with that being said, you still got to be fair when you chair the meeting. You still everybody has the right to be heard, because these people represent other people, a lot of other people in the city. So you can't just shut them out. They got the right to be heard. Now, do you agree? No, you got the right to not agree with them. You know what I'm saying? You got the right to vote your way, not vote with them. That's school board, city council, Senate, House, Congress, whatever. You don't have to vote with them. You don't have to like them, but respect is, when you start throwing around when you start throwing around, I don't have a brain fart. But when you
Accomplishments.
start, huh?
Start throwing around accomplishments that you think you did.
Not even that. Not even just that. I ain't get on that yet. But when you start throwing out, when you start talking bad to people and start
Right,
disrespecting
gotcha.
people, you can
Gotcha.
kind of forget. Like it's once you cross a certain bridge, a lot of them bridges blow up. You can't go back across that bridge. You know what I'm saying? So once I know with me, once you start disrespecting me and once you say certain things, it ain't no way we coming back from that. You know what I'm saying? So just look
Right.
how long council been beefing with each other. Just it's like you ain't about to get no smooth transactions going over there. Too much has been said, too much has been done, too much has even been insinuated. They've not been said, but I think that you meant that. You know what I'm saying? It's not going. It's a lot to come back across that bridge, to come back across a bridge that's got so many different,
And that's why I'm calling Candace. This ain't brother Clark. This brother Jordan saying that. That's why I didn't understand Candace. Why would she come get in the mud? If you was from the outside, how could you come in and play the game? That's my beef with her. With her trying to call Dennis out. You jumped in the mud, then everything, because you notice she like I say, Quincy them they got they lock thing in. We shutting down Eric May, and I do agree with you. Men to the mouth, they don't want to be exposed. Like I say that with Tanya out there, Liddell Lewis, the councilwoman, sharing a picture, calling her daughter a monkey. That right there, I thought was so distasteful. But you got an ethics and accountability board that not gonna vote to do nothing. So I hold an ethics and accountability board for this madness. I blame
not all
Quincy.
of them.
I blame Judy. I blame Eva Worthy. I blame Candace, along with the mayor. I blame them for letting this go down. And like I say, even when the people do have a way you trying to, even with the recall, because that's the only thing the people have to try to get these council people in check. Because you even seen when you seen Eric Mays and Tanya, Councilwoman Tanya Burns, if I'm wrong, they was over at the Ethics Accountability Board trying to get some help, but couldn't get none. You know what I'm saying? When you got the city, you got citizens of the city of Flint. You can't even go to the clerk's office because you don't know about if your recall. Because listen, man, papers got lost. You have 5 or 6 papers got lost for Liddell. So you know what I'm saying? There's so many games you got to worry about. You then they got to cross your fingers while you sitting over here praying that you can get this through. It's like so many hurdles they keep putting in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how can you sit up here? They got Flint such in a stronghold. How can you sit up here and you think it's repercussions? It's really none.
And that's the crazy part because I'm sitting here like
What Elijah Muhammad just put on here, this was a rough
yeah,
one. I had to put
that's
this
what I
on the
was
screen.
reading.
Right. I mean, hey, yes, men to the mouth folks are afraid of repercussions. Because listen, man, when you playing games, boy, they will shut you down. I mean, you have proof, Mega. That was not, all them fighters. They would try to get. Listen, if they don't destroy you, your credibility, shit, they take you out. If they can't destroy your character, make you look out here bad, listen, man, they ain't finna let you blow their thing up. What they've been doing.
That would be a good question for Trevor. What are the penalties for treason? I thought it was the firing squad or something like that.
Well, Angel Lynn death, but treason for who?
I
Like
obviously,
Trevor said, depends. Like Trevor just said, depends.
yeah,
Who doing
yeah,
it?
yeah. And it shouldn't.
Hey, some people look at January 6th was treasonous acts.
And
But
that, but then again, they got half their sentences, their recommended sentence too. Most of them.
right. Right. That's why I'm telling you. Right. Well, I have to agree with Shardy Shard on this one. They don't take trees and stuff seriously anymore unless it's a regular citizen. I mean, what Chris Caleb said, Trump committed treason. It all depends on who calling the treason.
I'll argue James 6 is bullshit. What's like, okay, bullshit like what? What do you mean, Trevor? If you look back at Eric May's narrative, it was to enlighten the people as to what was going on politically and who had an agenda that was not beneficial to our best interests. I agree, Mr. Pony.
I'll put that up.
Yeah, here's the thing. I wonder. I wonder. I wonder how. I don't even want to. I don't even wonder. It's just. I would be. I would be afraid to do these. Showcasts. And come on. And talk to. It's 24 people on. It's 24 people on Facebook right now. How many people on YouTube right now? What is it?
35.
So that's 60 people that's watching. I would be scared to death to come on and see, talk to you 60 people right now. Go out of here, conduct my business, and walk around the city knowing that I had done something to sell y'all out. I'd be scared to death. I'd be scared to go to Walmart because somebody would call me like, hey man, what the hell you got going on? I'd be scared to go to the corner store. I'd be scared like I would. But then again, you don't hardly see any of our elected officials out unless it's a camera involved. You know what I mean? Or like you don't hardly see them out. Does that make do y'all see them out in the neighborhood?
Like which ones you talking about?
I'm talking about any of them. I'm talking about any of them. Like anybody, anywhere that like. Do you ever run into any council members or the mayor at Walmart or at the corner store getting a beer, or you know what I mean, or at McDonald's and in the drive-through, or like, do y'all ever see people out, or do you always I never do.
Listen.
You can see Eric everywhere though. You run into Eric. You run into Councilwoman, Tanya Burns.
Yeah, because I done ran into her plenty of times out. I done ran into Eric out before I was even doing it. I was seeing Eric out.
Yeah.
I done bumped into Jerry Winfrey Carter out. I mean, if you asking how we seen, have you seen the other ones? No.
You said what now? Wait a minute. What?
I'll put it up here. I was reading that too. I read it. Caris Lee fired, Michael Clack fired, Cal McIntosh almost fired after 27 years. And yes, unions are involved and government officials outside of Flint involved, stealing our wealth and economically cripple you, locking you up or putting you in jail or worse. I mean, we've been had political prisoners.
Wait, what Free Dottie say?
Liddell outside planting trees, apparently. I mean, listen, man, this game been going on. You can't come buck their system, man. That's what I be trying to, well, I don't be wanting to step, as Thrill Kell would say, step in some boo-boo, because this they thing. You ain't finna change what's been going on. If you see, look how they deal with people who call themselves trying to make a difference. Eventually they're gonna get Flint together. We are not part of Flint future. We're the people that stand there who can't afford it. The ones can afford, you may be a part of the future. The ones who can't afford, listen, this ain't nothing new. They remember the St. John's area. This ain't the first time they didn't move post citizens, black citizens out of areas to build them back up.
Mm-hmm.
We just can't see they plan on what they doing.
I'm just sitting here thinking, I respect everybody, but that can be taken away. I'm just sitting here thinking how that post, they lied on me on that post. Judy, Councilwoman in the 4th Ward, let me take that back. She lied on me talking about I took a picture of her feet. Why would I do that? I didn't take a picture of Canoe Shoe feet. I took a picture of him. I took a picture of him, and I happened to, once he tried to, check me, and that didn't go the way he thought. I happened to, but I'm just sitting here thinking like this is an elected official, and then even the one in the 9th Ward, they just lied on me. Like
But
that,
that's
like stuff like that. To me, I lose all respect for people that lie. Like it's one you can say, yeah, Michael Clark, he took a picture of me, which I did. I went live. I didn't take a picture of you. When I take a picture of you, I went live and was pointing the camera at you, at her, because she was talking. She was the target of the conversation.
right.
But to the point that I sit there, you know what I'm saying, and take. Why was it like? And then this other person, in the 9th Ward, to sit up there and say what she said, like she got the. I'm just sitting. I'm sorry, I done got mad, y'all, because this is what happened. This is why I couldn't run for city council, because I sit here and I stew and I think, and then I'd be ready to blow up. You know what I mean? Like don't lie on me. I don't like that. Don't lie on me.
And I gotta keep giving Fife this right here. You hear what he said? The key position that no one speak of is the clerk's office. They control who runs and who wins. Prove me wrong.
No, ain't nothing to prove. You're exactly right. That's exactly right.
That's why I keep saying. That's why I like, man, you be on a hope and a prayer that you can sit up there and you get your recall in, or if
But
it gets.
But that's funny, because it's all 60 of us that's on here. I agree with you 1,000%, Mr. Pfeiffer. But here's the thing: if I'm on this side, and we all know I'm on this side, I'm not on the side that's friendly with the administration, or most, a lot of the council members. I won my election by a lot. Why would they allow me, the opposition, to slide through and win by the margin that I won by? And they were, allegedly messing around with the ballots. Like, I don't like, that's the part. It's like, I agree, something happened in that clerk's office, but if something happened, why would they allow me to slide through like they did? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I got more votes than what I actually got, than what that's the part that I don't understand. They aren't fearful of me. They should be. What does my father think? So my father is suffering from dementia right now, so we don't really, have a lot of deep conversations, Mr. Caleb. So he he's encouraging. I'll just say that. If any of you know what dementia does, I'm trying to pick and choose my words very carefully. But yeah, they are fearful of me. They should be.
No, but you know why? They are fearful of you, because look how they coming at you, how they trying to destroy. See, this go back into that COINTELPRO, but go ahead.
No, I didn't. And see, that's another thing. I will say that loud and clear. Y'all, all of y'all, I didn't know that I was on a mod slate. I know that I was recruited to be on the slate that I ran on. I didn't need to be on a slate. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think that I needed to be on a slate. I didn't know who was financing that slate until we were, it was after, I don't even know the name of that park that's over there by Potter School. That park that's over there. But that's when I found out. I overheard a conversation and I found out, me and, like, wait a minute. I didn't know. Like, I thought that we were, financing, I honest to God didn't know that I was on a mod slate, and it's nothing against the mods. There's nothing against the people that I'm, that was on that slate with. I just didn't know that that's who was bankrolling that slate. I didn't know. I really didn't, and I can get my girlfriend to come. She was there with us to come on and to justify, because she's the one that actually heard, the person say what they said. And she's like, hey, did you know this? And I'm like, no, what? And that's how we found out. But this was, it was September, I think, when So I just want to put that out there.
Okay. Well, see, even things can be done without your knowing.
So, I'm assuming that I might be that might be part of the reason why I'm getting having such a hard time around here, because I might be bucking the system to pay, that they assume that, I guess pay for me to get to where I'm at, which ain't really what happened. But,
Right.
Who knows, man? I didn't know that that's what was going on.
Wow. Hey, they say politics make strange bedfellows, man. And money make people do strange things, man. So you can see what's going on. And I see exactly what Pfeiffer's saying. I mean, dude, just think about the hell we done came through. Well, I can agree with what Miss Beasley just said. She said perhaps they put you there to tarnish your reputation to end political aspirations.
That's and you're right. Well, I don't know. Are they doing a good job? I don't think they're doing the best job at that. I think I'm doing a okay job. There's a lot of things that I could, improve on, but I do know that I won't say that. I'm gonna just leave that alone. But that possibly could be the truth.
Well, look at it like this: you ain't falling for it.
I think that you're right, Miss Mitten. I think that what they thought is that I was gonna be. I think that what they thought.
Are you reading the comments?
You're right. You're right, Don. You're right. I do that out of respect. It's not, I don't like. There's just certain things I just don't like to do. And it really shouldn't matter now, because they they over there saying I take pictures of toes, and I'm a terrible, I'm the last person that should be elected to any seat, and I'm a terrible president, and I look like a toad, and it's all type of stuff going on over there that people be saying to me, that these are elected officials that are saying these things about me.
Right.
What I'm saying? These are elected officials that are saying these things about me. So, Mr. Pfeiffer, I appreciate your honesty. You're right. So that's there's nothing I can say about that, because I don't want you getting mad at me. I saw that look that you had in your eyes when you was talking to the ninth ward that day. I agree.
No, listen, man. I just love what you. I get it, man. I get it. I see how they coming. That's why I thought that was strange for the fella that came down there and calling himself doing that. Like, what did that have to do with anything? Telling you what you can and can't do. That's why I'm like. That's why I just be like, how can you get mad? You want to come, he coming to question you for you being down there. What you do, if it's not hurting him,
No, that's not what it was. He tried to question me about it was what you doing on that podcast with that white boy that came down to city council with that gun. That's what it was.
But
And
that's the point that I'm saying. Like, how did that bother him? Was it gonna stop him from getting up in the morning? Was it gonna stop him? Did it stop putting money in his in his pockets? Did it cause? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how are you doing a podcast with Trevor? How is that bothering him? That's my thing. Like,
and it wasn't necessarily the podcast. It was Trevor's white. I'm black. Trevor walked into city council with a gun. I stood with Trevor. Why did you do that? And I'm saying, what does Trevor's skin color have to do with anything? Did I disrespect you? Did you get offended? Did I break any law? What? Trevor's my friend. Why would I not stand with him? Trevor's like, I try my best to stand for what's right. I'm not perfect. I don't do everything right. I mess up all the time. I got to face the music when I go to my mom's house in about 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, about some stuff that I did that she didn't like. But at the end of the day, I stand for what's right 99% of the time. Trevor didn't break the law. Trevor's my friend. I'm going to stand with him. That's the reason. That's what it was. He didn't like what I said, and then I forgot how we got outside, but we ended up outside. I don't know if he thought that I was gonna chicken away. I ain't shying away from nobody, especially
Right.
nobody like. So we go outside. We can go outside. You want to talk? We can talk. You want to do more than talk? We can do that. Just realize I'm good with these. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not, I got people that's gonna help me. But I'm not worried about that. At the end of the day, I'm gonna say it. Trevor's my friend. I stand with Trevor, and we didn't do nothing wrong, as you are seeing right now in the courts.
And
That's
that's
what.
what I'm saying, because that's what I'm saying. That right there, that just really showed you the type of intelligence of him that like that was your say that was fake beef. You know what I'm saying? And I do agree with Chris Taylor. Maybe somebody sent him to come down there to do that.
I agree. That's possible
You
because he
know,
don't believe
because
like he can.
because I looking at that like, how can you be mad? I remember with me putting the Mitchell boys. I remember during the time I was working with Dr. Weaver. I remember we played it last year about the Mitchell boys. It was on because I was recording AC Dumas, and we had played about the 911 calls. Oh man, they was in my inbox going at me. I mean, went right down, slander, told me I was bought and paid for. I'm like, wow. So y'all didn't want that out. And I was looking at the people who was defending it. Like, damn, man, like you really defending this. And you see this mother that came down here to the council and cried trying to get help from y'all, but no help. You see other victim, mothers lost kids
Thank
going
you,
through this,
man.
but
I'm reading the comments, bit to mouth. I'm reading what she said.
oh, yeah, that's why I'm looking at it like, man, but y'all get mad about a podcast because this your friend, this who you vote, this who you want. But regardless, the other people that's getting played, but long as it's fitting long as it ain't dogging. Oh, we can't tear down this black man now. But you weren't saying that when Dr. Weaver was in there. You see, like the picking and choosing. We play games, but we can talk about this one, but you can't talk about that. Well, no, if you're elected official, you can be getting talked about. That's like Liddell Lewis. She come up here with this decorum, like Judy. Judy now, to me, is a liar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For her to even want to go do that, you know what I'm saying, to play that game. Oh, he took a picture. This what I dislike with people. Don't come getting nothing if it ain't got nothing to do with you. How you don't know how to be non-biased, but that lets you know the type of person Judy is. It shows character. She jumped in something because I'm a dog clack out. That's what I don't be getting, but we'll see her. Even I didn't talk to her. I was like, hey, how you doing? She'll speak
But
to you.
remember at the last council meeting, she came up to me and I forgot what she said. But she walked up to me and said something. But it was 2-3 days later. Now I'm taking a picture of your toes. I'm taking a picture of your sandals. Like, why would you approach me at a council meeting in public with Winters was there, Mickey was there, Trevor was there? Why would you approach me if I'm somebody who you felt that did something to you that was less than favorable? Why would you do that? Not true. I took a picture. I went live when Vivek Ramaswamy was here. I went live. And the reason why the camera was even pointed at her is because she was standing next to him. If she wasn't standing next to him, I wouldn't have pointed the camera in her direction. It would have been on him. You can't produce a picture of me, of that person, of the councilwoman's feet that came from my phone. You can't produce a picture. You can't. I don't have it. I don't own it. It's not in my phone. It's not in my other phone. So for her to say that is that's more than disheartening. You lied on me. Then the other person, the ninth ward person, he's just not a school board member. He's the president. Well, what? Yeah, I am. What did you get elected to? Like you got 60 some odd votes. Like what are you doing? And you want to walk around like a peacock with your feathers all like you doing something up there, and then call man. Look, I'm getting mad, but look.
I'm just saying, but that's the stuff. But let's go back to Candace Moosehead, how she was calling out the young lady from the Ethics and Accountability Board. Like, I ain't never seen so much snitching in my life. I mean, I watched the movies where you seeing them snitching, but they snitching in real time. Just like when Eva Worthy kept trying to say that was Winters talking and it wasn't Winters. I'm sitting up here even with, I'm like, Candace trying to tell her, but Eva Worthing just got her beef. This is like, I still got the picture of the young lady. They said, well, Liddell, Candace Mushet, she put up her middle finger. I got the picture. It was a pencil, but I'm going to put it on Facebook eventually I could show the people that she wasn't putting up her middle finger. She was holding up the pencil she had in her hand. So just to show the people, but you know what? But Liddell Lewis, see, so much was going on in the audience, but never hear what's going on. Never hear what's going on up there.
I get like it's to the point now where I respect people, even when I'm being disrespected. But when I get mad, it's over with.
Right.
Like, don't lie on me. I've participated and not participated in a lot of conversations, and I didn't say a lot. I've held my peace. I kept my mouth closed. I bit my tongue,
Right.
and I don't like biting my tongue because that shit hurts. Literally, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, once I'm lied on, once you accuse me of something,
Right.
like, I don't have a problem admitting to what I did. If I did it, I'll admit it. I might not like to. I'm to the point now, I'm 43. You can't give me no whooping. You can't whoop my ass. Like, yeah, you gonna tell me you mad at me? Okay. So I'm not gonna lie about something. But when you just openly, blatantly lie, and that goes to another conversation, is how can you have a debate about something when you using facts, literal facts that can be verified and looked up, and you can see what's going on, when you argue with somebody that can have an alternative reality. Like, you can tell them, hey, look, it's a sunny day, and they go outside and it's like, the sky is orange and blue and it's raining rhinoceroses. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have a conversation with somebody like that.
Nope.
You can't talk to people that you talk in the real reality about that can be backed up and verified with people that can make up their own realities. You can't do it.
No, you can't. Just look at Liddell. And I hate to be harping on it like how she did the Black Lives Matter mural. Cars will slide. She said, what was it, the Michigan Department of, I guess, lied on them when they had to come back. But you know what happened? Them same pastors, when she lied on Mr. Pfeiffer, did a press conference. They had no problem. That's why that's why I get so mad with the churches in Flint. And, you know what and Jasmine put this up here for you, brother Clark. you can't, man. That's why I say you have to be cool. You can't let them see you sweat, man.
Thanks,
and that's the thing. And I get what you're saying, man, because I bite my tongue on a lot of stuff because they want to see what trigger you. So they're going to keep trying to do stuff. But that show you, and I truly believe behind them fake pages, I believe them are some of these council members. I'm being honest with you.
I do as well.
I can't prove it.
Here's the one thing that puts in, you know, and it's not just 810, it's all of y'all that's in these comments, it's everybody that's watching, even if you know, at the end of the day, this is me. You looking right, I'm looking at you, y'all looking at me. This is me. Everybody up here has a picture up here that says, you know, this is you are representing yourself. When you are speaking as someone else, when you can when you can put a mask on and jump on Facebook and nobody know who you are, that's cowardism. Like, you are a coward to me. What I say, I stand on. I might regret it years down the line, but that's how I feel at the moment. This right here, if you can lie, if you're an adult, a grown adult with kids that you bringing into this world, that you rearing to be, you know, successful adults and upstanding citizens, you can't be lying on people. You can't look at yourself in the mirror and think that you're doing a good deed, and then you just lied on somebody just to mess up their life, or just to discredit them, or because you disagree with them. You can't. You're not. That's terrible.
That's what that's why I don't want to hear none saying they or call somebody a liar. That's what it baffles me. That means your parents I want to see you talking to them grandkids. When you sitting up here lying, man, I call them hypocrites, though.
That's exactly what they are.
No, these ain't nothing but big hypocrites, man. I'm being honest with you. I done watch these suckers do their little work and be laughing like, man, and they sitting up here and go to church, sitting up here, and the pastor, he up there, he pastoring just as crooked as the politician. Like, man, you going along with this? Like, because they put money in your pocket. But I mean, they sit up there, read these same pages of the Bible, and then get right over here and see water not fixed in Flint, pipes not done. That's why I keep going back to the concerned pastors. What did they do in Melissa Mays? I'm not throwing no shade, but it just seemed to me whatever deal they want to struck, it did not help the city of Flint because you're still begging that you got to make the mayor, the deadline. Well, we know winter finna pop up, so they finna have to stop doing work. So what's really going on?
Yes, yeah. I'd like to talk to Brother Muhammad on another, outside where we can just have a conversation. Oh, that's a Mickey thing, Des.
No, I mean, Thrill, I gotta see him at council or something. Maybe we can bring him on as a guest and see how he feeling. He can explain that explain that store to us again. How they been hoodwinked and bamboozled.
Yeah. Oh, let me also address this too.
Come on with it.
Somebody over there says something about me saying that's why they putting him up to run for a different position. Ain't nobody like Mickey. Have you put me up to run for a position?
No, man, listen, dude, we over here struggling. So I ain't putting you up in no position. I'm trying to do podcasting.
Right, but nobody has put me anywhere to do anything. If Michael Clax decides that he wants to do this, he's gonna talk to God, his mama, his daddy, my sister, my girlfriend, everybody else. I'm gonna talk to y'all and see what you think and see if there's a path to victory for me and us. It's not just but ain't nobody putting me anywhere to do anything. Michael Clack is his own person. I'm me. You ain't nobody making me do nothing. Ain't nobody got a battery in my back. Ain't nobody sending me on no missions to do nothing. I ain't got no fake pages. This is me. What whatever.
Man, I can't believe they even included me in that, man. Knowing I'm over here, I thought they listened to people with money. I ain't got no money.
I don't either.
So I don't know what they, what I'm saying.
Y'all better hope I don't run for mayor while you playing.
Right. Now I'm asking for a position.
You better hope I don't get mad enough to run out and to throw my hat in the ring for mayor. And I ain't got no money. Nah, I'm sorry, Don. If you were planning on doing that, I'm sorry. I'm gonna step on your toes. I just got mad.
Yeah, because if Clark, now I'm gonna ask him for a position. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. I want to add Clyde Jive. Shit, put me everywhere.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like y'all, it's not even like it's almost like, and even with I don't want to put nobody else down, but people talk about. People talk about why can't y'all get along with the other podcasters and why can't and it's like, what I will say is, again, I don't like disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I don't disrespect. No, I don't throw shade on nobody. If I'm coming at you, I'm coming direct. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I don't say your name, you know who I'm talking about. It's only one person who named that I'm talking. Y'all know that me and I don't care for the mayor. I don't care for the mayor. I'ma say it again. That's probably why I got so much shit going on in my life right now. But for them people that he's putting their battery in their back or giving them their liquid courage or whatever they doing, like, y'all better hope I don't. Y'all better hope. You better leave me alone. Y'all better leave me alone. I was doing good, living ghetto fabulous over here with my people in the hood, and we doing everything kumbaya amongst ourselves. Y'all can't mess it with me. Y'all can't messing with us. Putting people address and shit out there like that, that makes me upset. Like we not doing none of that. We're not doing that. We locked and stepped and focused on what we got going on over here. This ain't that part of politics. It ain't that. But let somebody come knock on Trevor's door. Let somebody come knock on my door. Let Mickey call me talking about somebody beating on this door. No, it's not gonna happen like that. We're not doing that.
Right, and that's what. And listen, man, everybody know who I am. Now y'all know my real name, but I ain't never hide who I was, man. Y'all see me out there. I just didn't put my face up on Facebook, but everybody know who I am. That's why I be laughing when they say putting my face up there saying he trying no.
I even when they did that to Dennis, I inboxed Dennis, hey man, let me know. I'm there if you need me. I don't deal with that bullshit. And I don't deal with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's no disrespect, Councilman Pfeiffer. I inboxed him like when that stuff was going on with him. Call me if you need me. I'm not no gangster. Y'all know me. I'm not tough, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Seriously. Don't be putting my people address and doing stuff like, don't do that.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I look at it as one to say the folly. But guess what we done did, though, Clack?
Went over by 30 minutes.
Nah, we did the whole 2 hours. See,
Yeah.
Winters, we can pull it off. She thought we was going to go off the edge and stuff. I know she was sweating. She was all in the chat looking like they
Was
finna
she
go off
nervous or
the
something?
edge.
Like, we can't do it.
Yeah, she thought we was going to mess up.
Yeah, no. I just, and y'all, I apologize for getting going off, but it's too much going on in the city for this bullshit to be kept up.
Right.
It's too much going on. It's too many people coming down to city council begging for help. It's too many people coming down. You know what I'm saying? And even to the school, I say my own stuff. There's too many people coming to the school board saying, y'all got to get rid of these buildings. Y'all got to knock these schools down. Sell some of these schools. Get rid of this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too much going on in the city for us to be playing little stupid ass reindeer games with each other. Like there's too much going on. We ain't got the luxury for that. We ain't got the time, the leisure time to sit back and be worried about and be playing games with folks just because you don't agree with them. Y'all gonna mess around and get somebody hurt at these council meetings. Y'all gonna mess around and get somebody hurt for these stupid ass reindeer games that y'all playing, putting people address out there. That is, man.
Well, we're going to get
Like
through
y'all,
it because
we got people that love us. And I know me, myself, all it takes is a half a phone call for me to make and say somebody at my house. And I'm telling you, that's not what you want. That's not the type of stuff that y'all want. That is not what y'all want. That is not what you want.
definitely. I think that's very foolish is what they doing. But I think some of them, because they look at me always jumping off the ship and doing this, man, listen. Maybe we are going to be the ones to push it on through. Because I do believe whatever you do, you can excel at it, man. But I ain't finna let them scare me out from doing what we do.
Me neither. I'm already the ops. We may as well keep on going and go hard now.
Right. That's how I'll be looking at it. Look, you done did that. I just want you to come from behind that hidden page.
I got you, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'm always at council. You can walk up to me at council. We can have a conversation. I ain't gonna tell the people who you is, but I'll be at council this Monday. And don't forget, Clark, you coming on in the morning. Winter's gonna be there tomorrow because we coming back on tomorrow morning. Y'all know what time it is. We're gonna be morning bumping with y'all. You got any last thing you want to say to the people, Clark, before we shut it down for the day?
I do. Tune in tomorrow for Winters. Is Trevor doing his rant tomorrow?
Oh, Trevor's already in the chat. He said he might bring two of his favorite ladies with him tomorrow.
Oh, hey, so Trevor gonna rant tomorrow. It might not be a rant. It might not be a rant. It might be more of a. It depends on who he's bringing.
No, I was talking about his pistols. You ain't say he said he mad. That's why I said his two favorite ladies.
I thought, okay, my bad. Okay, yeah. So Trevor's bringing Biggie Shorty and I don't even know. That's the
right. Winters tomorrow is Friday. The holiday over. That you got one day. How 810 play it. Me and Clark had to come on. We don't do that. We ain't no Fortune 500 company where you can take off. You say I want this thing we didn't arrive. She can just take off.
We got to be humble.
Yeah, we got to roll. It's 52 weeks in a year. We got to make every day.
So, yeah, I do agree. But yes, everybody tune in, get a friend. Y'all tune in. Come down to school board meetings and voice your opinions. Go down to city council. Tell your representative what you want, what you like, what you don't. Let me see. What else? Happy Thanksgiving.
Right.
I know some of us are getting of that age to where we can't eat certain things and you know what I mean, and we can't, whatever. But be careful, be healthy, eat good, get with your family, laugh and joke. Y'all already know how we, some of us ain't gonna make it to see next Thanksgiving. So get with your family, hug on everybody, love on everybody. And we'll see y'all back tomorrow.
Hold on, we forgot. Don't forget, tune in the Sister Circle tomorrow. Gina gonna be on.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? At 6:00, her and Winters, how we gonna figure this out. And happy Jive Turkey Day to you, Kermit Lyons, because he always be at council with us. And don't forget Ashley be on, you know, with her hot topics for Friday. So
Wait a
stay
minute.
tuned.
Winter, you support Black Friday?
I mean, Winter's been lost. We trying to get her right back on the right track, brother. She lost. Michelle Pfeiffer, happy Thanksgiving and Jive Turkey Day to you too, and thank you for tapping in with us.
Thank you for tapping in. Thank you. And matter of fact, because some of y'all was on my live last night while I was cooking dinner. Thank y'all for tapping in and helping me with that too. Not like I needed help cooking, but helping pass the time. No, Winters. No, not Black Friday. I'll get on the history of that the next time.
There at 9:00 tomorrow, man. We in studio 9. We'll be there at 8:45. Let me quit saying 9 for you show up at 9. Winter, damn that Black Friday. You got to get in the studio.
Black Friday over by 9:00 anyway. Just about.
Yeah.
So let you go to JCPenney's.
She in the chat. She just is in the chat talking. Hey, Clark, we finna shut it down. Peace, family. From the 810 family to y'all. Happy holidays.